not call the police. I mean, this is serious, okay? But this is an opportunity, y'all. So I'm highlighting this post. Please go here and read it. I do not make any money.
Oh, I have no idea.
Hundreds of occasions?
I just said I have no idea.
You can't.
So do you think they will go after you the same length or the same duration like they did it with Jerry Armstrong?
Same length and same duration.
Yeah, because Jerry Armstrong is been followed for 20 or 30 years already.
No, he hasn't. Jerry Armstrong's seeing things at this point. Jerry Armstrong was involved in a long.
And maybe how you got out.
Well, it was pretty damn bad. I equate it to
Masterson. Leah and Mike, see, here's their first video on September 8th. And then later in the day, they did a second video where they talked about the Masterson verdict. The first was how reporting on SA and CSA.
So I want to forewarn, I will mainly let Alonzo speak. And whatever you think about Alonzo, he does know his stuff. You could disagree with his interpretation, but he puts a serious effort at research. And apparently, he genuinely caught Mike Rinder in a lie, and was he put out a video. Now, he doesn't give all the details in that video, so we're just going to go through some excerpts. I'm only to do a very short commentary here.
Okay, to watch these two lie. I can't handle it, but I do have some choice quotes from there. Here they're talking about a CSA incident which occurred where the head of the Celebrity Center International in LA first learns about a CSA incident from one of the Scientologists, and she immediately contacts the COOSA. And this is what Mike Rinder actually put up on the screen, and this is what Mike Rinder said.
Well, the essence of the dilemma is this, that Rinder was in charge of OSA, which is essentially the intelligence arm of Scientology, and his claim for a long time is, while he was the head of OSA and he knew many things, he never knew about the Danny Masterson case in particular, which is very hard to believe because, by definition, Scientology really targets celebrities, especially Hollywood actors, and they do make files on everything these actors do. Every little single thing is jotted down. There's even evidence they have spies within Tom Cruise's staff. So if you're willing to do that for Tom Cruise and these other celebrities, why wouldn't you do it for Danny Masterson? If some Scientology members charge him with this or that, clearly he would be aware of it, and apparently he was.
In Scientology, not the police, not the police. She calls OSA and reports this at once. So this is the COOSA int for 22 years under David Miscavige, saying that the CC int, Celebrity Center International, must contact OSA int, COOSA int, about these incidents. Then they talk about this a little bit more in this video. Again, you can watch it on my blog. And at the bottom here, I'm just going to go to this. He reads from this report that this person got, the head of the Celebrity Center Internet.
Well, this is where it gets very, very tricky because Alonzo, again, claims, I have no reason to disbelieve him, but this is a claim, that on the same day that Rinder, yes, admitted he does get these reports, anyone in OSA gets these reports by definition of being an OSA, he then says, oh no, he never heard about this case. He never heard about it at all.
Because I was the head of OSA, I knew about everything going on all the time. But remember, I was also in Clearwater full time. Yeah, there are these things called phones, Mike. There are also text messages and other things. So just because you were in Clearwater, this has nothing to do with whether you heard about the largest flap in Scientology history where a famous Scientology actor.
So apparently he just slipped up and said, yes, if these reports happen and these reports are being made, they're going to be forwarded to OSA, and I would definitely be aware of this situation. But then corrects himself and says, oh, I never knew about this because I was in Florida, and Alonzo has a bit of fun there. Right, you were in Florida. There are fax machines. There are phones. Remember, this happened in the 2000s, so we have the internet. So apparently you have access to all this communication, but no one could reach him in Florida because Florida's some magical land without fax machines or cell phones or even letters, apparently. But given that Scientology, by definition, as a bureaucratic organization, constantly has, quote, knowledge reports all over the place, how would you not be aware of this? He's a big celebrity. Just as, frankly, blackmail, you probably wouldn't know about this and be like, oh yeah, you know, Danny, allegedly he did this, so we could use this against him if he turns on us. That's just normal practice for OSA, to know something to make someone more amenable to be persuaded. So him saying he doesn't know anything just strikes us as a little too ridiculous. But apparently he accidentally admitted, yeah, he was aware, but he just didn't care.
You know, I equate it to like the Lord of the Flies. It was an environment where Scientology executives had been locked up in these two double wide trailers. The windows were screwed shut so that they only open an inch and nobody.
Nothing to do with whether you heard about the largest flap in Scientology history where a famous Scientology actor was on a hit TV show called That 70s Show, and all these women are coming in to the Celebrity Center International and reporting that Danny Masterson had SA'd them. You got to stay specific here, Mike, but he's not. This is
battle with the church, but Jerry Armstrong's also kind of a bit of a fruitcake, frankly.
What was your involvement with Graham Berry?
Not much. Oh, well, no, that's not true. I had quite a bit of involvement with Graham Berry. He was the lawyer representing Uwe Gertz and some other people, and hired Vaughn and Stacy and several others as expert witnesses. And I don't like Graham because I don't think he's honest. I think he's expedient. He'll say things that are just whatever is expedient. So I don't.
Were any
Enough without needing any tricks. I don't have a really high opinion of Graham.
Oh, I have no idea.
Hundreds of occasions?
I just said I have no idea.
You can't quantify in any way by estimate?
No, I can't.